They call him the nicest guy on YouTube, the man who plants trees, cures blindness, feeds the hungry, and still finds time to sell you a chocolate bar. Ladies and gentlemen, MrBeast, or as I like to call him, Willy Wonka with better Wi-Fi. Because let's be honest, Jimmy Donaldson didn't just build a channel, he built a global spectacle. Every video is a circus. Giant props, giant checks, giant numbers. He doesn't just make content, he makes content with a body count of dollar bills. But here's the kicker. Behind every act of kindness is a thumbnail with him gasping like he just discovered gravity. And somehow, we all click. Because who doesn't want to see if strangers will sit in a circle for 100 hours to win a car? Or if he'll give away an island? Or if he'll finally just buy YouTube and rename it MrBeast.com? This isn't just philanthropy. This is philanthropy as performance art. And we're all in the front row, popcorn in hand, pretending it's charity, when really it's capitalism with confetti. Now, before you start typing angry comments in all caps, let's make something clear. This roast? It's satire. Based on public sources, rumors, and the internet's favorite sport, exaggeration. I'm not saying MrBeast is secretly running a chocolate cartel or forcing kids to count to 100,000 at gunpoint. I'm just saying, if he did, you'd probably still click the video. So here's the deal. Don't trust me. Don't trust YouTube. Don't even trust your For You page. Double-check the facts yourself. Because this is our interpretation. Biased, sarcastic, and very possibly different from what your favorite Beast Reacts channel would tell you. And with that little safety net in place, let's dive into the origins of Jimmy Donaldson. A kid with a camera, too much free time, and the insane idea that people would actually watch him count to 100,000. Before he became YouTube's golden boy, Jimmy Donaldson was just a teenager in North Carolina with dial-up internet and way too much time. While other kids were playing basketball or trying to kiss someone at the school dance, Jimmy was busy uploading shaky videos with titles like, "How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?" And then, the counting started. 100,000. Out loud. On camera. For hours. It wasn't content. It was YouTube as performance torture. But here's the crazy part. People watched. Millions. Turns out the internet will stare at anything, as long as the number gets bigger. This was Jimmy's first magic trick. He realized YouTube wasn't about talent or art or even personality. It was about endurance and spectacle. Do something nobody else is dumb enough to try, and suddenly, you're a genius. From there, the formula was born. Big numbers, big stunts, bigger thumbnails. And slowly, the kid from Greenville turned his boredom into billions of clicks. Because MrBeast didn't just find a niche, he found the cheat code. Attention is currency, and he was ready to print it. YouTube isn't about uploading videos, it's about surviving the algorithm, that invisible god that rewards chaos and punishes boredom. And Jimmy? He learned to whisper to it. Forget slow intros or storytelling arcs. His videos start like a car crash, loud, violent, and impossible to look away. Cold opens, jump cuts every 5 seconds, and cliffhangers inside cliffhangers. He doesn't let you breathe. Because the second you breathe, you click away. And that's the one sin YouTube never forgives. MrBeast turned editing into defibrillation. Every cut, a jolt of electricity. Every frame, a dopamine drip. It's not pacing. It's CPR for your attention span. And just like that, the algorithm bowed. Not because he was the funniest or the smartest, but because he built videos you couldn't escape. The beast wasn't Jimmy. It was the algorithm, and he tamed it. But catching your attention in the first 10 seconds isn't enough. Jimmy built an entire religion around thumbnails and titles. Faces stretched into shock, arrows pointing at nothing, explosions for no reason. Every pixel A/B tested like a lab rat. He spends more on a single thumbnail than an indie filmmaker spends on their entire movie. Because he knows, the video doesn't live or die in the content. It lives or dies in the click. In the Gospel according to MrBeast, The title is scripture, the thumbnail is prophecy. And the view count? Salvation. At some point, MrBeast stopped being a YouTuber. He became a studio system. Writers, editors, producers, logistics managers, a literal warehouse of ideas. This isn't a bedroom channel, it's Warner Brothers with Clickbait. And the scary part, it works faster than Hollywood ever could. While Netflix is busy canceling shows after one season, Jimmy is dropping blockbusters every other week. Each video has the budget of an indie film and the schedule of a TikTok trend. Google owns the platform, but MrBeast owns the format. He industrialized content the way Ford industrialized cars, and now everyone else looks like they're still riding horses. This isn't YouTube anymore, it's BeastTube, and we're all extras in the background of his algorithmic movie. Remember when charity was something you did quietly, without a thumbnail? Yeah, MrBeast killed that. Now, planting trees is a franchise. TeamTrees, TeamSeas, a million meals. Each one a branded event with hashtags and sponsors. It's not Philanthropy, it's Season 1, Episode 1 of the Kindness Cinematic Universe. Every good deed comes with a hook. I cured 1,000 people of blindness. I gave 100 strangers a house. I adopted a village and turned it into an unboxing video. Here's the punchline. Each act of kindness is just a trailer for the next. It's not charity, it's continuity. Good deeds are no longer spontaneous. They're serialized, monetized, and edited for retention. And we eat it up, because if Batman had YouTube, Gotham would be solved in one thumbnail. Generosity looks free. But in the world of MrBeast, generosity is an investment portfolio. Every dollar he gives away, it's not a loss. It's a down payment on attention. A $10,000 donation turns into $100,000 in AdSense, $1 million in brand deals, and 1 billion views that print money faster than the Federal Reserve. It's philanthropy with an ROI spreadsheet. Sponsors line up because who doesn't want their logo next to curing 1,000 people of blindness? And we, the audience, aren't just watching kindness. We're watching capitalism speedrun kindness. Think about it. One single dollar to charity doesn't just disappear, it multiplies. That dollar becomes thousands of views. Those views turn into sponsorship deals worth hundreds of thousands. And those deals push millions more in merch sales. It's a chain reaction so clean, you could teach it in a physics class. The cruel irony? It still feels good. Because no matter how you slice it, someone got fed, someone got sight, someone got a house. It's win-win. Except the biggest winner is always Jimmy. At some point, giving away islands wasn't enough. MrBeast looked at YouTube and said, "Why stop at content when I can sell dinner and dessert?" Enter Beast Burger, a fast food chain born not from kitchens, but from ghost kitchens, pop-up restaurants with his face on the menu. For a moment, it felt like the future. Millions of burgers sold, thousands of delivery apps buzzing. But soon the reviews started rolling in. Cold fries, raw patties, burgers that looked like they lost a fight in transit. It was the only burger in history that lived longer on TikTok than on a plate. And then came Feastables. Chocolate bars branded with the same logic. Hype first, flavor second. Sure, it's a bar of sugar, but when MrBeast sells it, you're not buying taste. You're buying a golden ticket into the idea of MrBeast. It's Willy Wonka, but instead of Oompa Loompas, he's got an army of subscribers who'll buy anything with his name on it. And the wildest part? It works. Because in the economy of attention, quality doesn't matter as much as association. MrBeast doesn't just make videos, he built a cinematic universe. And like every good franchise, he's got his cast of recurring characters. Karl, Chandler, Nolan. They're not friends anymore. They're NPCs, background players in Jimmy's endless quests, each one with a role. Karl, the quirky sidekick. Chandler, the lovable loser. Nolan, the new recruit trying not to get memed out of existence. They're basically the Marvel Phase 1 of YouTube. Except the superpower isn't flying or lasers. It's losing $1 million on camera with a smile. And here's the genius. We get attached. We root for them. We cheer when Chandler finally wins something. We laugh when Karl goes full cartoon mode. It's emotional glue disguised as comic relief. Jimmy doesn't just give away prizes, he gives us characters to invest in. And when you binge MrBeast videos, you're not watching a giveaway. You're watching The Office. But every episode ends with someone walking out holding a Lamborghini. Here's the curse of MrBeast. Once you've given away a house, you can't go back to giving away a PlayStation. The only way forward is bigger, louder, riskier. So we get videos like 24 hours buried alive. Last to leave the circle wins $500,000. An entire island free. This isn't content anymore. It's an arms race. Each upload has to nuke the last one. Otherwise, the algorithm yawns and moves on. It's spectacle on steroids. Jimmy isn't just competing with other creators. He's competing with himself from last week. And that's a nightmare treadmill you can never step off. You can almost feel the exhaustion. The bigger the prize, the smaller the surprise. At some point, he'll have to hand out the moon just to get us to click. Because in the world of escalation, there's only one question left. How do you top infinity? MrBeast didn't stop at America. He looked at the globe and thought, why settle for trending in one country when I can colonize them all? So now, every video comes dubbed. Spanish, Portuguese, Hindi, Russian, like a Marvel movie premiere. But instead of superheroes, it's Chandler losing again. Jimmy built a media empire where his voice is optional. And the numbers, insane. Dozens of channels. Hundreds of millions of subscribers combined. Which begs the question, who's actually watching all this? Is it you, your neighbor, or maybe your 3-year-old logged in on your account, feeding the algorithm while drooling on the iPad? MrBeast doesn't just upload, he replicates. Like Starbucks on every corner, his videos are everywhere, and the menu never changes. Money, prizes, spectacle. He didn't conquer YouTube. He became YouTube in rush hour. Success always breeds imitators. And MrBeast didn't just inspire a few YouTubers, he created a whole ecosystem of clones. Now every other creator is giving away cars they can't afford, or building circles on the floor like it's a sacred ritual. It's no longer a trend. It's a new food chain. Beast content has rules. Start with a cold open that screams. Add money that looks fake, but is very real. Trap your friends in a ridiculous scenario. Stretch it for 20 minutes. Profit. Scroll your feed and you'll see it. Mini MrBeasts, multiplying like TikTok filters. Whole channels survive by being diet versions of Jimmy. Same format, half the budget, none of the charisma. It's not YouTube originals anymore. It's YouTube copy-paste. And the craziest part, even the knockoffs get millions. Because when the formula works, the algorithm doesn't care who wrote it. Of course, not everything in Beastland is golden tickets and Lamborghinis. The critics showed up too. Former employees whisper about toxic work environments. Customers complain that Beast burgers were more like Beast disappointments. And Feastables? Let's just say no one's writing poetry about that chocolate. But here's the twist. Every scandal bounces off him like he's coated in thumbnails. Because the narrative isn't bad burger. It's, look how big this empire got. It has problems now. Even the failures become part of the myth. And honestly, we're not here to do the full expose. That's for another stage. If you want the masks ripped off, the shadows explored, the shine stripped to bare metal, check out our other project, Dark Side Stories. Yeah, the link should pop up right above my head, and it's also sitting in the description. There we dive deep into the dirty laundry. Here, we roast the spectacle. So let's leave the muckraking for the dark room and keep the fire burning right here. Here's the thing about giving away millions on camera. It looks holy, but it smells like paperwork. Every giant check, every house, every stack of cash isn't just generosity. It's a line item. Because in the kingdom of MrBeast, there's always a calculator hiding behind the halo. Charity, that's also a deduction. Philanthropy, that's also expense reporting. It's like watching an angel hand out blessings while a CPA whispers in his ear, "Don't forget to keep the receipt." And maybe that's the ultimate question. If kindness doesn't come with a tax write-off, does it even exist in YouTube capitalism? Here's the part we don't like to admit. When you watch MrBeast, you think you're the audience, but you're not. You're the product. Every click, every second of retention, every gasp when he hands someone a briefcase of cash, that's not free. That's data. That's advertising gold. That's you shrink-wrapped and shipped straight to the algorithm. MrBeast doesn't just give away Lamborghinis. He sells the story of you watching someone else win a Lamborghini. And the real prize isn't the car, it's your attention. Because in this economy, you're not part of the giveaway. You're the giveaway. You're not the contestant. You're the prize the algorithm keeps handing back to Jimmy. And the scary part? You signed up for it, voluntarily, with one click. MrBeast built an empire on one foundation, YouTube's rules. But what happens if the platform decides to move the goalposts? What if they cut AdSense? What if the algorithm suddenly decides 24 hours in a coffin is unsafe? What if thumbnails with giant red arrows finally get banned like smoking ads? Jimmy's entire empire balances on a server farm in California. And if those servers flip the switch, the biggest creator on earth is just another guy yelling into the void. Sure, he could pivot to Netflix, TikTok, or whatever new app the Gen Alpha kids are inventing in a garage right now. But the truth is, he's not untouchable. Because he's not just competing with other creators. He's competing with the platform itself. Don't fear the end of the world. Fear the end of recommendations. MrBeast isn't just a creator anymore. He's Willy Wonka. If Wonka swapped chocolate rivers for AdSense streams. The factory? It's YouTube. The golden tickets? His thumbnails. The Oompa Loompas. Millions of subscribers working for free just by watching. Instead of chocolate bars, he sells Feastables. Instead of candy tours, he drops videos where contestants stumble through absurd challenges for cash. And the prize isn't really the Lamborghini, or the house, or even the island. The prize is us, lined up outside the factory gates, desperate to get in, desperate to be entertained, desperate to click. Jimmy doesn't just give away sweetness. He's built an economy where sugar is optional, but attention is mandatory. Every candy bar is a contract. Every giveaway is a marketing plan. And the only currency that really matters is your gaze. He is Willy Wonka. But the chocolate? That's your time. And he's selling it back to you, one video at a time. MrBeast isn't just a YouTuber. He's a mirror, a reflection of what this era worships. Bigger, faster, louder, more. We don't click because we need another giveaway. We click because we're addicted to the spectacle of escalation. Every video is proof that our attention has a price tag, and Jimmy Donaldson is the auctioneer. He didn't change the world. He revealed the cost of our gaze, the value of our distraction, the market price of our boredom. And maybe that's the scariest part. MrBeast isn't the anomaly. He's the blueprint. The symptom of a generation that measures kindness in views and generosity in CPM. So, when you watch his videos, ask yourself, are you witnessing a hero of the digital age, or just watching your own attention being sold back to you, one thumbnail at a time? So that's MrBeast, the philanthropist, the showman, the capitalist Willy Wonka of YouTube. But here's the thing. This roast isn't the finale. It's the pilot. Because MrBeast isn't alone. The influencer pantheon is packed with names begging for fire. From Charlie to the Tates, from Logan and Jake to whoever the algorithm spits out next week, this is just the beginning of roast reality. Season Influence Burn. So if you like your internet heroes with a side of sarcasm and a sprinkle of philosophy, hit that subscribe. Because the next roast, it's already cooking. And hey, if you want the darker, uncut version of this world, check out our other project, Dark Side Stories. That's where we take off the masks completely. Yeah, the link in the description. Here we laugh at the spectacle. There we rip the shine down to the bones. Either way, stay tuned. Because the age of influencers isn't ending. It's just getting started.